Hey, Joe Mastriano, CPA, and I wanted to shoot this quick video for everybody who is interested in an update on how the IRS is operating right now. Since 1980, over 40 years, I've been continuing to do IRS representation cases. I've represented attorneys, CPAs, and they're changing things on us. And COVID really gave the government an opportunity to take a look at what's going on, introduce new programs, screw up the filing of our tax returns and things like that. So, whether you're a current customer of mine or a future potential customer, and you have any questions, just call Stephanie 713-774-4467. She'll be happy to answer your questions for free. And then hopefully you won't be in the dark about what's going on with the IRS. So the first thing I want to mention is they're finally attempting to go back into their offices from home. I don't know how well that's going to be. They started weeks ago and they're doing it in waves, few people, then a few other people. Some offices aren't open that much. Others are might even be totally back by now. And what does that mean to you? That means they're going to jump on their cases. Now, it's kind of confusing because if you have a revenue officer, an actual field officer, a collection officer that will contact you directly, then that person can take collection action. They can levy your bank account, paycheck, all of that stuff. But if you're sent to one of those three collection agencies, they might stop using them, but right now they do use them. Then you could be a victim of being scared that they're going to take action against you, but they're not. But if the letter you got from Conserve or some other company has 1 year on it, you don't know if the other years that apply to you are being worked on, and maybe you can get levied on those years. I've always said never be in the dark about your IRS matter, never make assumptions. Now, auditors, collection offices, appeals. I think they're all going back. Maybe that rotating basis will stop by the end of the year. I don't know. But in the beginning of the year, I predicted that automated collections probably won't take collection action till the end of the year, and I've yet to see it. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think now. I can't think of any times that automated collections levied anybody's accounts in the past year. Of course, collection offices, as I've said, revenue offices, you need to attend to them. On a more difficult scale, I have audit reconsiderations, there's various appeals cases, there's various correcting of mistake cases. Some of those are getting worked on, others are in limbo. Some people can't even read the notes. ACS people can't even read the notes of other people. I've got managers kicking payment plans back for more information, but within the service, that's getting lost. So who knows? I just don't want you to be a victim. Auditors are on the warpath. I have to say, I've already seen managers that, maybe it's not their fault. Maybe they've got two or three groups that they're managing, but they don't seem to get involved that much. They're letting auditors run the gamut of how much they want to attack people. I have one client that was crying. I had to stop the audit interview, and I mentioned that on LinkedIn and Facebook. Go to LinkedIn. You can see all my videos and posts. And what finally happened is they've made a huge adjustment against her, and I hope she pays me to continue. I really feel bad for her. I'll probably do a few hours without getting paid, but this probably needs to go up to a higher division, and that's a decision a lot of people have to make. I've had CPAs and attorneys as clients, and I've had to counsel them, whether it's worth their time and money to go higher up. And the best thing to do is not get in trouble in the first place. What I find is that my audit proofing techniques work very well, and a lot of people don't audit proof. And in fact, to this day, if we're doing the current year, I don't know one person that's been audited. So whatever you do, file a paper return, list on there everything you need to file, timely, of course, but file using a green card or some other proof of mailing. Very, very important. Um, I and it's also important to understand not only how to audit proof and send returns in, but even how to deal with the IRS. There's still, in my career over 40 years, many people calling the IRS on their own or having their tax preparer call the IRS, and they're begging the IRS to give them mercy, and they're just laying down for them. And it's really, really bad. In fact, more than half the cases I get should not have gone that way in the first place. It's just that they're just not being handled properly. I've also noticed several people this year filing returns with balances owing. If you're in a payment plan and you send in a tax return and you owe money on it, then you're going to break your agreement. And your payments also need to be timely. If you're not set up for the EFTPS.gov, Electronic Federal Tax Payment System.gov, please do so, because if you're mailing checks to the IRS, good luck on what day they put on the transcript that you've paid. And now, what I've been saving, something recently that just came out, penalties on your 2019 and 2020 returns, 1040s, 1120s, 1065s, partnerships, corporations. I don't know, there's probably some returns that don't qualify, but this is like 90 something percent of them. And if you filed them late, or at least if they lost them and they went in late, they will give you back any penalties for late filing that you paid, and they're supposed to not charge you any penalties on those returns. Government is liking voters and taxpayers recently. I think we all know why. And the caveat here is that you've got to file by the end of September. So if you have a paper return, file a paper return is what I'm telling you. Audit proof it, get it registered receipt, and file by September 30th, and you will not have to pay the penalties for 2019 and 2020. There's some other things. If you have any questions, again, I'm a firm believer ever since 1980 or yeah, 19 actually 75. I started doing tax returns when I was 19. People should never, never be in the dark. Call Stephanie 713-774-4467. Let her answer your questions for free. We're a no pressure organization. Yeah, if you do a paid consultation with me, I might twist your arm a little bit to hire me. But when you call Stephanie, we're just going to set you right and have you not be a victim of the IRS and not try to pressure you into hiring us. Thank you.